Okay, hello everybody. Hello, and welcome. How are you? How's everyone doing today? As I begin the pre-stream, I suppose I should probably pop a cough drop. Because you know what happens. Typically, I start talking, I sound great, and by the end of the time that I'm talking, I sound hoarse. So welcome everyone. How you doing? It is Wednesday, January 18th, 2017, and I am Darkside Phil. Welcome to my one gameplay stream for the day. We shall see how it goes. So far, so good. This whole week has been pretty good with my Dark Souls run, right? For those who have not been around and you're not aware of where exactly I am, okay, we are in the DLC. In fact, from what people are saying, I'm about halfway through the DLC of Dark Souls. It's called Artorias of the Abyss. I've beaten 2 of the 4 bosses. Now, I am aware that the next 2 bosses coming up are incredibly difficult. I remember from my first run through this DLC how ridiculously difficult they are. So, I am certainly expecting some challenge today. We shall see, okay? So, today should definitely be interesting. Taking on the second half of the exploration of the world and then the bosses. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Okay. And then, if I do finish up with the DLC, then I will return back to the normal world and we're going to finish up the game. All right. Now, I really don't expect, I do not expect to be able to beat this today. I'm thinking probably today and tomorrow. So tomorrow may be the grand conclusion of my Dark Souls Redemption run. A 2-week kind of adventure that we've had together, right? Over the course of January. It's been pretty fun. I've really enjoyed it. I hope that you've enjoyed it. And we'll see how it goes, okay? Tonight, I'm going to continue my Game of the Year Awards countdown over on KO Gaming. If you're not aware, that began last night. So part 1 is live over there on KO Gaming, and I certainly hope that you have checked it out if you haven't yet. This series will be a 4-part countdown series where each part will explore around 4 games, okay? Now, some of these games are official, parts of my top 10 countdown, while others are honorable mentions. Games that I really liked, but for whatever reason, I didn't feel like necessarily putting it into my top 10, maybe because it's a game that I didn't play all the modes of, or maybe it's a game that I felt for some reason just didn't live up to the expectations that we had for it, but maybe it was still a great game, right? So we'll see. By the way, man, I've got to recommend Hall's Breezers. I never used these cough drops before. They actually call them pectin throat drops, not cough drops, because they don't have the menthol in them that most cough drops have. So you can actually have as many of these as you want, almost like a hard candy. They taste really good. I got Cool Berry. Oh man, it tastes really good. Gotta recommend that. Anyway, so today, Dark Souls. Tonight, Game of the Year Awards. Tomorrow, more than likely, it's going to be more Dark Souls, and probably maybe even the conclusion of Dark Souls. We'll see. And tomorrow night, more Game of the Year Awards, okay? Depending on what happens with Dark Souls will determine the schedule for the rest of the week. But just a rough idea, okay? A rough idea here. Once I finish Dark Souls, I do want to return to Zelda Ocarina of Time for at least a couple sessions if I can, to at least advance in that game. If you remember, I got to Adult Link, and I did the Fire Temple, and that's all I did. I didn't get a chance to do any more, because I started playing Dark Souls. So, you figure, maybe if I do Friday, Saturday, Monday with Zelda, maybe I'll be able to beat like another 2 dungeons or so, and get, much further into the game. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know anything about Ocarina of Time. At this point, I'm further in the game than I ever been before, when I played it in the 1990s. But I guess we'll see. You know, we'll see how far I can get with a few sessions this weekend. This coming Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, is my Twitch and Chill Marathon, where it's all about interaction with you here on the stream. I will be playing games, but the games that I'll be playing are games that are highly recommended by patrons from the month of December. They've been recommending games that are more like casual games, games where you can pretty much interact with the stream chat. A lot of the games that they recommended have direct interaction with stream chat, where you guys and gals can like vote and do stuff online to influence what happens in the actual games, which is pretty neat. I've certainly never done anything like that before. But it's going to be, you know, different. Well, I'm sure we're going to have conversations and discussions about different things during the course of the day. It should be pretty fun. You know, and every day, my voice is getting better here. So, you know, here's hope. Today's Wednesday. Here's hope that by Sunday, my voice is, like, completely up to snuff with no problems, you know. Maybe all the congestion will be blasted out of my system by then. I do still have a very minor sore throat. The left-hand side of my throat is still swollen, but nowhere near as bad as it was. And I still have a little bit of congestion in my nose and in my throat, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was. So, it is getting much, much better. And I'm hoping by the end of this week, I'm good, you know, good to go. So we shall see. Man, this cough drop is really good. Seriously, I didn't even know that good tasting cough drops existed. This one is really damn good. All right, anyway. So that's it really for the schedule. And then, of course, as I told everyone, Resident Evil 7's next week. And I'm going to be doing a midnight release coverage for that right here on my Twitch channel. So you can watch it at midnight Pacific time when it goes live on my PS4. We'll be playing it together for a couple hours, okay? And, be doing that pretty much for most of the week, I'm thinking, okay? I'm on the fence whether I'll be doing double streams of Resident Evil 7 or if I should just limit it to one stream a day and then take the second half of the day to work on edited stuff for KO Gaming. For example, I could be doing Resident Evil 7, you know, three plus hours a day, and then I could do a first impressions video for KO Gaming after a couple sessions. Then I could start working on my best of series montages for my Dark Souls The Redemption run, where I basically do best of moments, you know, the funniest moments, the coolest epic moments, all the fun things that happened during this playthrough. I could do like a multi-part montage series of that for KO Gaming. I think that could be really neat. So I don't know. I'm on the fence. Should I do maximum gameplay during the launch of Resident Evil 7, right? Or should I balance that and only do like half days of gameplay with Resident Evil 7 like I've been doing with Dark Souls, and then take the second half of the day to work on edited stuff? And this is the thing. This is where people disagree. I'm going to be honest with everyone. A lot of people say, Phil, when the games are new, you should strike when the iron is hot and you should play like crazy. Just play non-stop, right? And beat the game as quickly as possible. Other people say, don't do that. That's bad. What I should be doing is what other YouTubers do. And I should just limit myself to a few hours a day of gameplay and then do edited content on KO Gaming for it. So I don't know what to do. It's like, you can't do both. I can't play the game a ton and then still have time to do the edited content. It's one or the other. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm on the fence. We'll have to talk about it a little bit more, you know, as this week progresses. I mean, ultimately, I'll make my decision, obviously, by next week. It's still going to be tons of coverage of Resident Evil 7. It's just, do I want massive amounts to finish the game as soon as possible, or do I want to take it more slowly so I can do edited content along with it? I don't know. All right. What else? Not much else. And I want to get started. So I guess let's just quickly do some plugs, and then I guess we'll get started with the stream, okay? All right, so thank you, everyone, for watching. I appreciate it, okay? I definitely appreciate you being here for the streams. I definitely appreciate you supporting me through various different methods. Watching the streams, subbing here to my Twitch channel, giving cheers with bits during the course of the stream. You know, because a lot of people don't realize this. You know, the stream attendance really doesn't have anything to do with success on Twitch. It doesn't. YouTube, it does. On YouTube, the more views you get, the more ad revenue you get, right? Here on Twitch, it's not about that. You can have 1 million watchers, and if no one gives any cheers and if no one subs, you make no money. It's ridiculous. In my opinion, anyway, the ad revenue here is terrible. If I run an ad here, I make like no money. It's so ridiculous. So, thank you to those who do participate with the subbing and the cheering. I appreciate it. And honestly, the reason that I am, you know, still streaming here daily is because of the people who are coming back and participating. I do want to say a few things about that. Number one, we've got new sub badges. All right, for those who sub to this channel, you can see them in the stream chat right now. They're much better than the old one, which was just some terrible looking pixely star. This is nice crowns, okay? And we've got a new chat emote. It's the picture of me wearing my new head strap, the anti-snoring head strap, and it's pretty hilarious. So I want to say to both of those, thank you to Popsicolo. He made both of those in his spare time, and that's awesome of him because it definitely contributes to the social aspect. People using these things, they're liking them a lot. So thanks to Popsicolo, and I hope that people are enjoying the new sub badges. And right now, FYI, okay, right now, we have hit the limit for emotes, excuse me. There's now 8 emotes that we have for subscribers on this channel. And sadly, we will not get any more. We'll get 2 more when I hit 250 subscribers. Unfortunately, I only have 115 as of today. We had over 140 last month, but a lot of those people chose not to renew their subscriptions for whatever reason. I'm assuming a lot of them had those Twitch Prime subscriptions. You know, the freebie ones. And after the month ran out, they didn't renew them, okay? So if we ever get up to 250 subscriptions, then we can get 2 more emotes. And people already have some great ideas for them. Someone wants to make a fun emote. And there's 1 or 2 other ideas that people were saying in the stream chat earlier today. And those are very possible, but I have to hit 250 subs. Now, here's the thing. If I do consistently stream all year here on Twitch, including all the new releases, I think it's doable. Okay, it's a doable goal to hit the 250. And certainly it would help me financially to have that many subs a month. It would be a huge help. So, let's make that the stretch goal for the year. Let's make it the goal that by the end of 2017, I can hit the 250 sub goal, and we can get 10 emotes, right? I think that would be awesome. Okay? All right. So thanks to those of you who are subs already. I appreciate that. And if you're not, consider doing it. Get access to these ridiculous emotes and the sub badges and everything that people are using in the stream chat right now. Okay? All right. But outside of Twitch, there are other ways you can help me out too. You can use my Loot Crate referral link, which is lootcrate.com/darksidephil. And if you purchase any new Loot Crate subscription via that link, you can use the discount code SAVEME10DSP to save you 10% on anything for you, but also I get some referral credit. So I'll actually be unboxing the Marvel Gear and Goods Crate for this month shortly. I'm supposed to get it within the next week or 2. I'll be unboxing that over on my vlogging channel, The King of Hate Vlogs, so you can check that out. And, you know, if you do consider subscribing to Loot Crate, please use my referral stuff. Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP. Follow me there for nightly schedule updates so you know exactly what I'm up to every single day and you're not in the dark. And, you know, every once in a while I share some fun stuff. I talk about gaming. This morning I talked about my excitement of the upcoming Injustice 2. If you're not aware, Injustice 2's trailer, a big trailer just released, and I got hyped for it. So I tweeted a little bit about it. In addition, you can check out KO Gaming, which is my YouTube channel where I do edited style content, such as game reviews, countdowns, montages. Right now, I'm in the middle of my Game of the Year Awards countdown for 2016. So check it out at youtube.com/KO Gaming 1. That series is actually going to continue tonight. Right after that series ends, I'm planning on doing the Best of Dark Souls Redemption Run series. I'm going to have probably first impressions and a review of Resident Evil 7 up there. There's going to be a lot of fun content on KO Gaming in the next year, so definitely check it out if you haven't yet, all right? Patreon. At patreon.com/darksidephil. This is the best way for you to contribute if you want to go above and beyond. You know, a lot of people say, well, you don't have a donation link. Sure I do. It's Patreon. Patreon.com/darksidephil. Not only are you contributing, to the ability for me to do this on a daily basis as a job moving forward, but also you get cool perks out of it, like getting verbal or text thank yous in my videos, getting your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King, which, by the way, is coming up at the end of January. I'm actually debating whether I should do it the end of January, or I might just do it like the first week of February this time around, because I think it makes more sense because there's no releases that week. But it is coming up in the next few weeks, another Ask the King episode, okay, where you can get your question answered. In addition to that, you can get private Q&A videos made. So there's a lot of cool perks that you get for pledging to Patreon. But in addition, you pledge towards a monthly goal. And this month, the goal is the return of the Patron's Choice playthrough, where if you pledge $5 or more, you're able to nominate and then vote on a game that I'm going to be doing a full playthrough of, okay? So that's cool. You get the control over like a game that I'll be doing as a downtime playthrough. So please consider pledging if you have not yet. It's basically, Patreon is the only reason I'm still doing this job. It's the only way that I can afford to do it. If I didn't have Patreon support, I would not be able to do this anymore. So thank you to those who do pledge, and consider pledging if you have not yet. And then last but not least, my girlfriend Leanna has her own business called The Black Currant, by which she sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. Please check it out at etsy.com/shop/The Black Currant. She's been in operation for 2 years now. She's had I think she's shipped over like 700 to 800 items worldwide, hundreds of customers, and she's got tons of positive feedback. You don't have to take my word for it that her stuff is good, even though it is the only stuff that I've washed with for the past 3 years. Check it out for yourself at her website. Lots of customer feedback, great variety in the stuff that she has there, and whether you're a girl or a guy, you'll like it, so check it out. All right, that is it, everyone, for the pre-stream. Thank you. Right now, I'll get ready for the rest of the DLC of Dark Souls, and then maybe the end game. We'll see how far I get today, okay? All right, thank you, everyone, and then let's get started. Let's get this show on the road.